What are some of the topics that you've seen that you're most excited about for your people?
Yes, most excited about anything that's going to help the players that we're going to hopefully train up, whether they're adults or juniors, right through from probably intermediate players to advanced players. I think I'm really interested in how the visual skills can really help improve a player's performance, whether they're trying to learn the game or they're trying to really get the best out of their results and track the ball a little bit better so they can feel like they're more comfortable within the point. So anything like
Yes.
that, I'm really interested in. Anything that can help with the neuroscience kind of side of things as well, where they can train their brain off the court or even within the court to improve their performance. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to what you come up with. So
Yeah. Yeah. Good. And one thing we were talking about pre-show here is pre-conversation is the pain statements of, what are the problems that people have that either they are aware of or maybe they're not even aware of. They have these problems that they want to solve. And for me, it's really fun to be a problem solver, but to be a frustrated coach without the answers is difficult. So, I'm hoping that two different things happen. One, yes, we want to help the players, but I also want to be able to help coaches to become much more effective in what they do and to be better problem solvers. So, I think the number one pain statement is that I came to the realization that even though I've been teaching the visual skills for a while, that's not really the first place I start when somebody comes on the tennis court, because the first problem that we face is that player's anxiety level. And so, that's a really big problem. And there could be any number of things driving that anxiety. Um, a lot of it is fear of the unknown. So, when I get somebody on the court for the first time, the first thing that I do is I acknowledge that, thank you for coming to a place you've never been to before, to meet someone that you've never met, to do something that you have no idea what it's going to be when you get there. I mean, that's all pretty nerve-wracking, for someone who maybe has never played tennis or has played tennis some but never really had a formal lesson, or is a frustrated player because maybe they've been coached poorly in the past but they blamed themselves for failing at learning to play tennis well. So, there's a lot of different baggage that people come to. And if that's probably the number one thing I want to help people solve. And you'll see that in person. So when you come out on court with me as a player, you're going to see how we create an atmosphere of, acceptance and learning and keeping things low key and fun and engaging. So, that's the number one thing. And then that also kind of feeds into the visual skills, because as your anxiety levels go down, then your clarity of mind improves and you're able to see things more clearly. And I'm going to finish my little diatribe with this. There was a really funny piece of research that came out in Neuroscience last week, and it said that people who struggle with neuroses cannot interpret well their own feelings of stress, which, ought to be obvious. And then I decided to interpret that the worst possible way. And so the worst possible translation of that is, you're not feeling stress, you're just crazy. So, yeah, it's not that hard. You're just not in your right mind. And so, we as recreational specialists get to help people to, be more mentally healthy, and that's a good privilege. So